Well, happy Friday, everybody. It's a marvelous day today because we get to live, we get to move, and we have our being in the Lord. He's given us this gift to see another day, and we should be grateful. And there are blessings that have been assigned to you today, and I hope you're not going to miss any opportunity to rise above your circumstances. I hope you're not going to miss any opportunity to miss the blessings that have been released towards you. There's so much abundance for every single person, and so I am ready to receive and walk in the fullness of God's blessing for my life. One of the things that strikes me about the little shepherd boy called David is not just his ability to solve the Goliath problem, that national problem that set his nation free, but the other problems that he solved prior to him given the opportunity to knock down Goliath in the face of the entire army of Israel. But the bear that he killed and the lion that he killed, think about how aggressive and how ferocious those two animals are. I'm sure a lot of you have watched some wildlife videos. You see how a male lion can tackle a buffalo and how he can bring down a giraffe. And here's this little boy who had the guts and the courage to fight the fierceness of these two animals. Now, how does a young lad like him have the courage and the boldness to confront those two animals? David did that because his father had given him custodianship over sheep, and he was the one who was responsible for those sheep, not somebody else. It was not his brothers, it was not his cousins, it was not his uncles. He was the one who had been given custodianship over those sheep, and so it was his responsibility to make sure that every one of those sheep went home alive. And God has given you your life. Somebody else is not responsible. Your boss is not responsible for your life. Your cousin is not responsible for your life. Your auntie is not responsible for your life. You are responsible for your life. And America is not responsible for South Africa. America is not responsible for Zimbabwe. America is not responsible for the African continent. We as African people on the continent are responsible for our own nations and our own countries, and we need to start taking responsibility. And it is our responsibility to make our society a safe place, a happy place, a blessed place. It is our responsibility to take full ownership of what has been given to us. Our lives are our responsibility. No one is responsible for me. I'm responsible for me. So I've got to take care of my health. I've got to take care of my mind. I've got to take care of my family. I've got to take care of my bank account. I've got to take care of my work. No one is responsible. No one is coming to rescue me. And so I have got to fight the good fight of faith daily for the salvation of my soul. I've got to fight the good fight of faith to make sure that I become who God created me to be. And so I wanted to say to somebody, stop making those excuses. You are responsible for your health. You're responsible for your spiritual life. You're responsible for your finances. You're responsible for your spiritual life. You're responsible for your job. You're responsible for your children. You're responsible for your family. God gave you those gifts so that you can take full responsibility and custodianship. You know the story of the rich man who, when he was going to a faraway country, he gave 3 of his servants talents. To one he gave 5, to the other he gave 2, and to the other he gave 1. The one who had been given 5 took full responsibility, and he traded those talents and he doubled it. And when his master came, he was given double what he had multiplied. And his master was so happy. He took full responsibility, same as the guy who had the two. He took full responsibility of what had been given to him by his master. But the guy who had been given one went, took that talent and buried it underneath the ground. He made excuses. And I don't want to be that kind of a guy who makes excuses. And who blames circumstances, who blames environment, who blames people. There are so many people that are thriving, that come from harsh conditions. And yet some of us are coming from privileged backgrounds, but yet we just make excuses every single day as to why we cannot thrive and why we cannot rise above our circumstances and be who God created us to be. And so today, I wanted to encourage you, if David could take responsibility as a 13-year-old boy and fight a ferocious and aggressive lion and take responsibility of what he had been given custodianship over, you can certainly take responsibility for your life, and you will succeed. You will prosper. You will become a high impact individual. You will become a person of substance if you can just rise up and believe that God is with you and that God will give you the strength to become all he created you to become. Everything we need to be successful and to be great and to be powerful and to be impactful and to be effective is inside of us. It's not outside, it's inside of us. And so today, that is my encouragement to you, that South Africa, Zimbabwe, the African continent is waiting for us, is waiting for you to rise up and do something constructive, something, and become a high impact individual. I refuse to be a low impact individual that waits just to receive. I want to be the one who gives, the one who contributes to make sure that society becomes a safe haven. I am so passionate about these things. That's why I'm speaking with such oomph. And so today is going to be such a marvelous day, because I know that you are going to realize that you have got greatness within you. The grave is full of dreams and gifts and talents. And I don't want us to go down with all of our gifts and talents that God bestowed upon us. Let's maximize and let's take responsibility with what God has given us custodianship over. So walk in God's blessing today. Utilize the gifts, utilize the talents, take responsibility, and it's going to be a marvelous day. It's going to be a great year. 2023 is going to be characterized by signs, wonders, miracles, and extraordinary things happening. Let's rise up and become who God called us to be. God bless you today. Thank you.